Did you sign up a contract of employment with the Stonebreaker Company Incorporated at the same time the claimant did? That is right, the same time. Now, pursuant to entering into that employment, did you go with a group of men that went to Fisher Island? That is right, Fisher Island. You two men went together to that place of employment? We were in the same outfit. Was a part of that journey on a ship? 8 days. What was the name of that boat? I don't remember the name, but I can look it up and let you have that. Can you recall when you left on this trip? It was in 1946, June. After you got to your place of destination, did you and the claimant work together? Yes, we did. Did you work with him on June 24th, 1946? Yes. Do you recall an occasion, Mr. Farwell, that the claimant was called upon to repair a cook stove to be installed in the mess hall for the use of the men at that place of employment? We made a stove for them because they didn't have one. Did you help him in making that stove? That is right. I welded it together. He planned it, laid it out, and I welded it together. As a part of the construction of that stove, were you obliged or did you go to a lower deck on the boat and look for materials and parts for that stove? That is right. And you were the claimant at the time? Yes. In other words, you went down to the lower deck together? That is right. Will you please tell us your purpose in going down there? Certainly. We went down there to get steel to make this stove. It was sheet steel. We got it down in the hold of the ship. What happened to the claimant at the time you went down there looking for this steel? Well, at that particular time, I don't think anything happened to him. He got hurt when we were going to the mess hall with the iron and steel. Can you tell us just how that injury that you just referred to took place? There was an iron pipe there. The way it was built, a man couldn't walk under it, not straight up. We were carrying the material, though, and he bumped his head, walked right into the pipe, not exactly right into it. He tried to duck from the pipe. He came up and hit himself. He came up underneath the pipe and bumped his head. I was walking behind him. This was in full sight of your vision? That is right. Do you mean to say he raised his head and struck the pipe? He tried to dodge the pipe. The pipe, I would say, was about 5 or 6 inches too low for an ordinary man to walk under. He tried to duck it and came up too quick and stunned himself on the pipe. As it appeared to you, would you say it was an ordinary blow or otherwise? I would say a hard blow. He complained of being dizzy and didn't feel well when we were around trying to build the stove. Immediately after he struck the pipe, how did he act and how did it affect him? He was sort of dazed like anyone hit with a blow. Did he say anything in that dazed condition or right afterward? Something to the effect it nearly floored him, something like that. Do you know if he was unconscious? No, he wasn't. He was just in a dazed condition. Did you continue to work, or rather did he continue working with you in the construction of that stove? Yes, he did. He went on the job on the barge, and they brought him back in a very ill condition about 2 days later. Did you see him when they brought him back on the barge? Brought him back to the ship that was stationed there? Yes, I did. He was in the boat's hospital for about 3 or 4 weeks. Did you talk to him on any occasions when you were around the ship's hospital? I went to see him once while he was there. Went once. Did he make any complaint to you about anything when you went to visit him? He said he hadn't felt well since the time he bumped his head. He also said he was having trouble with his ear, that it had gone haywire. Do you notice anything about his ear? No, I didn't see anything, only that he had cotton in it. Did he make any other complaints to you? Only that he didn't feel well. Did he say anything about experiencing any pain anywhere? Yes, said he had headaches. Anything else? Dizzy spells. He said he felt dizzy most of the time. How long after you arrived there with him was he returning home? I would say about a month. Did you see him at the time he left? Or about that time? Yes, I did. Did you have any talk with him on that occasion? He said that he was going home, that he was sick and wanted to go home. Did he say anything further about his condition?
That was hard.
190.